Hey guys, so Saurav was a patient here at Barefoot who was getting treated by Dr. Joe for a neck and upper back complaint. Let's take a look at his testimonial video and see exactly how well treatment went for him.
So Sauravs first came to Barefoot Rehab after being in chronic pain for over a year. His chief complaint was a burning sensation in between his shoulder blade and right below it.
In multiple muscles, it was at the end of my shoulder blade. So it would be, I think, in the Latissimus Dorsi and the trapezius muscle. So it's a very sensitive spot.
He went to 3 to 5 other doctors, and he was really frustrated because now this pain was starting to affect the way that his home life was. He wasn't sleeping, and he was in chronic pain.
So I had tremendous amount of backache, starting from my mid back on the left side, and then my whole back would tighten up. So I just couldn't sit straight for more than maybe 30-40 minutes. And since I work at a desk job with a computer, life was like hell. Couldn't sleep because basically, my whole back would get tight in the night, and that would actually make me wake up. So yeah, like whole life was a hell. So that was the symptom.
What we did with him is we worked on making sure his functional range of motion in his neck, cleaning up any adhesion that might have formed there. Then we moved on to in between his shoulder blades.
Well, I couldn't do anything that I wanted to do. I couldn't drive for long. I couldn't work properly. So there was a point in time when I was so scared that I wouldn't be able to work, that I thought that I would lose my job and lose my life. So pretty much everything in my life, right? So if you have a back injury, so which prevents you from sitting, which prevents you from sleeping, that's like life is a hell. So like every normal activity in my life was hindered. So I couldn't even bend down and eat because that would tighten up my back and give me a lot of pain. So yeah, pretty much everything in my life was miserable.
After we did some treatment there, he went to see Dr. Chris and got his shoulder cleaned up. And then he came back to me and we kind of fine-tuned everything a little bit more.
My pain has improved by 90%. I would say, yeah, I smile after a long time. So I didn't smile for maybe a year. I can sit and work. I'm normally working 8 hours, 9 hours. It's not back to 100% normal, but yeah, 90% is what I would say. And mostly the rest of it is just gaining back the strength in the muscle. But the injury and the scar tissues and the adhesion that it caused, I do feel that it's 90% gone. So when I came in, Dr. Joe actually diagnosed me. So he immediately picked up that there are a lot of scar tissues and adhesions there, which was the right diagnosis, and I think that is what was missing. Dr. Joe is wonderful. Lauren has been wonderful. I think every session I had with him was a pleasure. At times there was pain when he scraped my back. But other than that, I could see an improvement in every session, and there was an objective way to measure the improvement, right? So he used to measure how much my movements are improving, how much pain I am having, how much strength I am getting back. So I think Dr. Joe, and I had 3 or 4 sessions with Dr. Chris because Dr. Joe said that my shoulder was also very tight. So yeah, both of them are wonderful. Everyone in Barefoot is wonderful. So yeah, it was amazing working with Dr. Joe.
Where he is right now is he's about 90% improved. It's taken about 16 to 18 visits to get him to this point.
So basically, I don't know, most of the people are in pain. They are in pain for a long time. And I felt in my case, it was a misdiagnosis or I won't say it's a misdiagnosis, but no one could diagnose what was causing the problem. And primarily it was the muscle got torn. It repaired itself with adhesions or scar tissues. And that was causing the muscle to contract and tighten up, and that caused all the pain. It actually spread through my whole back. So anyone who is having chronic pain or even having pain for 3-4 months should come here, because yeah, this is the place where I got relief after struggling for maybe 1 year, 3 months. So awesome, awesome experience for me.
He's elated because this pain is finally under control and he can go about his life the way that he normally wants to now.
Well, I would say that if anyone is in pain, they should absolutely come to Barefoot. The diagnosis is awesome, and it was such an honest and transparent process. And even the doctors, right? So I am a patient of Dr. Joe, but when it came to a part of the treatment that needed Dr. Chris, he just transferred me over to him temporarily, right? So it's not that basically if your pain might be in one place, but the origin might be in another place, right? So this is an end-to-end practice, right? So they can actually do treatment across your body. They can analyze where the pain is coming from, because what happens is one part is injured, other parts start compensating, and they also get injured in a small way, right? So it's a very holistic practice where everyone should get pain relief is what I feel. So I'm really thankful that my doctor sent me here. I'm really thankful that I met Dr. Joe, and I decided to go ahead with the treatment. And to be very honest, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank everyone. And this is one of the best, one of the top 5 best decisions that I took in my life. So there are very few good decisions that people take in their life. This is one of the top 5 that I took.